name is Rose Wanjiru Kariuki. I'm a mother of one baby girl, beautiful, by the name Daisy. She's in Form 1. Will be turning 15 years this December. I'm a teacher by profession. More than that, I am a cancer survivor. I would say I'm even a cancer victor. My journey started way back in 2013, March. It was around this time of the month when I just felt I had this lump. Well, I would say I had felt this lump for some time, but then I was ignoring it. But then come March, I had just had this feeling that I needed to be checked out. So I went to my nearest clinic, and then the doctor who saw me said that it was suspicious, it needed to be checked again. So now I just braved it on, and I decided to go to Kenyatta Hospital, where they did a fine needle aspiration, that is FNA. I would tell you it is not something easy, it's kind of painful, but I went through it. So the results came out, and they also said that we were also suspicious, so subjected to another one called the core biopsy. Now this core biopsy was to also confirm really whether I had cancer, and if I had cancer, I mean what stage. So I did that core biopsy. Now by now I had already found a doctor, a very nice doctor called Dr. Githaiga. He's in Kenyatta, and I was referred to him by another doctor friend of mine called Dr. Fatima Abdallah. So I went to Dr. Githaiga, and when he examined my breast, he said yes, it was suspicious, but then he didn't want to scare me. He told me it's true, we needed to do that core biopsy. It was done, and boy, wasn't it painful. So anyway, it was done. And when the results were out, he told me in the most fatherly way that I'm very sorry, my dear. The results are like this. It seems like you have ductal carcinoma. It was in stage 2. So of course, getting to hear those news, it was so heartbreaking. Luckily, I was not alone. My sister had escorted me on that day to receive the results. Meanwhile, back at work, my colleagues, they were all urging me on, they were helping me out. Okay, people really said so many prayers for me. And so now, even before now, even treatment was started, I was already feeling encouraged. This cancer journey is a long, long, long journey, and one cannot make it by themselves. So you need the support of your family members, you need the support of your friends, you even need the support of your enemies if you really have some. So you cannot walk alone in this journey if you are ready to pull through. So looking back to my present me, I actually owe it to so many people. I really can't reach out to everyone, but I wouldn't really forget to talk about my family members, my sister, my 2 brothers, my parents, Benja, Shiro. They really helped me in this. My daughter also helped me in this, and most importantly, my colleagues. They were with me. Even by the time I was going in for surgery, they were all waiting for me. They waited until the surgery was done. It was during the chemotherapy session that I met one very dear friend who has also become like my sister. She's Rahab Kariuki. I met her on the day that I was starting my chemo. I was actually crying in that room, and she spotted me crying, and she was like, my sister, we are together in this. Don't feel afraid. Today is my 3rd one, you're in the 1st one, soon you'll be clearing, that other lady there is clearing. So we're together in this, and just be encouraged. And then I also met another friend of mine, Innocent, and also another friend of mine we met during chemotherapy, and so we became sisters. So anyway, the day came when my surgery was done. I had a radical mastectomy on my left breast. All of it was removed. And then after on healing, I went back. The doctor checked it out. He said the progress was okay. And then on healing, I was started on chemotherapy. I did my 12 sessions of chemotherapy, and chemotherapy is bad news. By the time I did my 2nd chemotherapy, my hair was knocked off. And of course, you know, a woman, when the hair goes off, you now feel like you're stripped. First, the breast goes, so you feel you're empty on one side. Second, now the hair has also gone. Even the eyebrows get to go. But anyway, I soldiered on. I got encouragement. So I did my therapy, my radio, I finished. And after like 11 months, I was up and about. I went back to work. Today I'm back in the classroom. I'm teaching like no other. I mean, I'm happy. And so I'd like to tell everyone there is life after cancer. I'm happy, healthy and breathing. But I would like to say that it's very, very important to always make melody in your heart. And my lesson from this cancer, I've learned to be more forgiving. Because if you keep those things, those girl things of the heart, they end up breaking you or killing you. So personally, my lesson is, I've decided I don't really want those hard feelings. I've felt now I want to be more forgiving, and most important, making melody every other time. I want to make melody in my heart because I know I'm here to stay, and I will go only when God wants me to go, but I believe I will not go home because of cancer, because I know I have fought it. Of course, in the midst of all these problems, after being diagnosed, after all was said and done, of course I had that moment when you feel that you are very, very, very down. But now, looking and just thinking about my child, I didn't have a choice. I had to fight and fight and fight for her. Because, I mean, why would I want to go and just leave her? I mean, who to take care of her? My mom? My parents, they're also aging. So for her, I had to fight and I had to fight, and I even promised her I'm going to live long to see her children. My parting shot to you who has just been diagnosed, or you know of someone who has been diagnosed, I know it's a very trying time. If you want to cry, cry. I can never tell someone not to cry because I really cried. Cry, but don't just cry and sit back. Cry, seek medical attention, look out for us. We are Breast Cancer Association of Kenya. We'll be there to assist you. Look out for us. We are Faraja, always ready to listen to you people. We can even stop whatever it is that we are doing to get to listen to you and to encourage you. So if you feel like crying, cry, but don't cry and just sit back. Cry, but don't get worried, because there is cure. What the doctor says that you are sick, you are this, the doctor is going to do his part, but God has the final say, and it will be well. I celebrated my 45th birthday on March 27th, and I'm very happy, getting stronger. And by the way, it's like younger. Cancer has made me look much younger and much more vibrant.